Hi, I'm Corey. Welcome to Creating with Scraps. I started to put these items away and I thought, no, wait, the last time I had a shopping haul. People asked that I share. So I'm going to do a really quick post, great junk hunt share. It was this Friday and Saturday in Monroe, Washington. And my husband and I went this morning while our daughter and grandson and son-in-law were sleeping in. It was really cool. I found some fun treasures, so I thought I'd show you them really quickly. This I purchased. It's a baby quilt with a hand-stitched, the whole thing is hand-stitched pinwheel design. It is super thin, super old, and I thought I would cut it up for junk journal covers. That is my intent, because there are some stains and it is really worn. But now as I look at it, I'm just not 100% sure I will be able to cut it up. I don't know. We'll wait and see. I think there's a couple places that I am not capable of repairing, but I have people that are really great at repairing quilts. And it was, I think I paid $20 for this. I purchased this book, and it's a behemoth. It is, I want to say 11 by 13, so it's really ginormous. But the whole thing, the Book of Botanical Prints, the whole thing is pictures of plants. And I had just randomly opened it to this page, and daffodils are hands down my favorite flower. And there is an entire section on bulbs and plants that are made with bulbs. And there is page after page with different types of narcissuses or daffodils, all the different kinds and varieties. And so I did a happy dance. But there, like I said, there are tons. It's little tiny pictures that I can use on clusters and such. There's color, and then there's big pictures that can be covers or journaling cards. There are just endless options. This book is a treasure trove of fantastic flowers. Let's see. I do not do digitals. I have no interest or intent in ever doing digitals, but I know lots and lots of people do. And okay, I can read that, but I have to actually think, so I don't know. Let's see, the copyright date in this one is, I have no idea. I have no idea what the copyright date in this one is, but I wouldn't use it for digitals anyway, because that's just not what I do. I would use the original pieces because they're really, really cool. So I got that. I got this. I know I don't need any more enamelware bins, but the lid's on it. Look at that. Isn't that a thing of beauty? And it was only $16. How could I pass it up? So I will have to find a place for this. And besides, my husband said, okay, you can get, he was my carrier. He was a great sport because he is not a fan of vintage things at all. I mean, he doesn't dislike what I've got, but it's just not his thing. So he said, okay, whatever you can fit in this bag. I'm like, oh, well, challenge accepted. So I put the things that I found inside here and this, and so I had room left over. Let's see, I got these two books. I believe they're French, and I just thought they were absolutely gorgeous. I love the marbling in there. So when I do deconstruct them, to use the pages and to use the cover as a junk journal cover, I mean, they are just incredibly stunning. And it was 2 for $10. So I thought that, and I don't know what it says. Actually, when my daughter Amy gets back, I'll ask her, because she lived in France for a couple years and she went to grad school in France. And I do know that that's French because I know Avec is with, but yeah, I don't know what the title is. Premiere, so first grade? No, these aren't grade books. Anyway, love, love, love the end papers in these. Seriously cool. So I was pleased with that purchase, 2 for $10. Then I hit the mother load with lace. Now it was a bit spendier than I sometimes will pay, but there's such a great variety and so beautifully packaged that I went a little bit lace crazy. And you know, these are in plastic bags, so there's a sheen on them, so you can't see it. So we'll just go like that because I don't leave them stored in plastic. I put them on spools or wind them up to put in my use it drawer or what have you. But look how freaking cool some of these are. Isn't that gorgeous? And the lady that had that particular booth said that her mom had been a collector, and she has a half of a bedroom and a house full of lace, and she's going to be at a she said a citywide garage a citywide garage sale in Snohomish, Washington in June. So you'd best, that's an hour and a half or so from me. And you'd better believe I will be hunting for that information and heading up there, because she said she'll bring more of this gorgeous lace. Isn't that stunning? No, I don't need more lace, but man, it's just too hard to pass up. And I only use small bits at a time, so I don't feel guilty so much. Okay. And there's different colors, and it's all vintage. And I said, you know, I'm not generally a huge fan of acrylic lace. That's not my thing. And she said, oh no, all of this is much too old. It's antique and vintage to be acrylic. And I'm like, oh, she's singing my song. So here, I'll show you these pieces really quickly. And there's, you know, a variety of sizes, a variety of patterns, a variety of widths. Look at that. That's like Charlie Brown lace. I mean, how could I say no? For those of you who don't know, I'm a teacher. My classroom is Charlie Brown themed or Snoopy themed. I grew up in Sonoma County, where Charles Schulz had his art studio, and I knew his youngest daughter. So isn't that absolutely stunning? So anyway, Charlie Brown is near and dear and close to my heart. That was what that was about. But look at this. I've not seen some of this before, and it was just, like that one was $4. It was too gorgeous to pass up. So I just indulged myself. And look, there's more of that Charlie Brown lace. And like this one's 4 feet. 4 feet of lace. Let's see if I can lift it up enough so that you can see the pattern. And again, these are some patterns that I've not seen before. And I guess the moral of this story is, if you have a great junk hunt near you, I know they're different in different places. I completely understand that. But if you have a great junk hunt near you, it's a lot of fun. And there were tons of treasures I didn't go. I have bins full of postcards and vintage greeting cards and such, because I've just got a lot. And I didn't even look at those because there were so many options. But isn't that just, it's flat, it's thin, and it's just delicious. And this one made my heart sing, simply because it's just a bit wider. And I can use this, you know, for pages or big pockets, or, I mean, it's just lovely. In fact, Frida Gepner, okay, here, squirrel, I'm calling squirrel. I copied this. I believe Gail copied this. Frida Gepner, and I know she has a channel, and I apologize, Frida, I don't remember the name of your channel off the top of my head. Not your channel, your Etsy shop. But the creator is Frida Gepner, and I purchased this from her. You know, it's a tag to hold this closed with a little notepad. Wouldn't that be stunning if this was on top of like coffee dyed card or something, and so your closures were lace closures. Like this piece was a lace piece and this piece was a lace piece with just paper pad underneath. So I'm totally going to have to try that, because as soon as I saw that, that was immediately what I thought of. It's one of the lace things that I haven't yet made, because I haven't made for a while, but that I'm wanting to make and have been intending to make. So, and look at this. It's just incredibly beautiful. Look at that. I don't know how old it is. Don't care how old it is, but it's really old. And let's see. So my husband's like, okay, save your money before June. She's bringing you a lot of lace. I'm like, yeah. But look how pretty that is. And it's thin. I love the thin lace, because I tend to make my journals really, really chunky. And so the thinner the lace, the happier I am. And I think this is the same one I shared before, but it was just too pretty not to get a little bit extra of it. So I think I have two that are the same. But again, it's thin, and it's just, so 6 feet, 23 inches for $8. I wasn't going to say no. A lot of times, most of the time, I get little scraps of lace here and there, and I don't pay a fraction of that. But I really don't mind paying a bit more when it's unique and absolutely gorgeous like this lace is. And this is acrylic lace, so I very rarely use that. But that one's really pretty, and it's still really thin. And it came on this card, and I was not going to leave that behind because it's lovely. And again, this one's just a little bit different, and I thought this would work well with that same Frida Gepner card idea. You know, one of the panels this way, and the beauty is this, you can turn it this way or this way, and it's equally luscious. So, and then these, I love using these for the covers. So like, if you watched my previous video on what's coming up next and giving viewers a choice to indicate what they would like to see. So I've got some of those paper variety journals. These would be so beautiful, stitched on the spine and then wrapped around to use as the closure. And I saw these and I think I paid $1 for these 3, I think. But they were just too beautiful. So anyway, that is my haul. Great Junk Hunt. You can look at Google Great Junk Hunt to see if it's coming near you anytime soon, because well worth it. And I've been several times. We usually get one in Puyallup twice a year, and I've been, but I hadn't been up to Monroe before, and I'm thrilled that I did. All right. Oh, there's a little bit more. I knew I had some. These were handkerchiefs, and I have a plethora, so I don't normally buy them, but for $1 a piece, they had to come home with me, especially with the tatting on the bottom. And again, with the really thin, simply stunning, gorgeous lace that we just don't see anymore. And this one, for my daffodil journal, and I think I paid 50 cents for that one. And then this beautiful dark lace. Just so many options. And look how sheer and thin. So even if I don't use it intact like this, though I certainly could, I can use this sheer chiffon, I believe it is, for something else. All right, that is my haul. Great Junk Hunt. Look it up. It's worth a visit. In fact, you know what? Maybe I'll see if I can't find one that might be available during my spring break so that I can go and check out another one. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care and happy creating.